Ever seen those studies where hundreds of people do the exact same workout, but only some of them actually build muscle? The largest one ever? Some people gained almost 60% more muscle, while others actually lost muscle. What's going on? It's probably not your genetics. I've spent the last month digging through 67 scientific studies with over 2,000 people to figure out why most of us struggle to build muscle. And I found a specific workout structure that can force muscle growth, even if you think you're a hardgainer, even if you've tried everything. But before I give you that workout, you need to understand the 5 killer mistakes that are stopping your gains right now. Because if you don't fix these, even the perfect workout won't save you. First up, mistake number 1. What researchers call junk volume. Most of you are guilty of this. The studies are clear. Your muscles can only handle about 6 to 8 hard sets per session before they just stop responding. It's when you're in the gym doing 15, 20, or even 25 sets for chest in one workout. You think you're working harder, right? For sets of bench, for sets of incline, for sets of flies. But you're actually just digging yourself into a recovery hole. When researchers took that same total volume and spread it out, so instead of 20 sets on Monday, they did 7 on Monday, 7 on Thursday, and 6 on Saturday. People built more muscle with the exact same number of total sets. Your body has a limit on how much growth it can trigger in one go. Go past it, and you're just wasting your time. Mistake number 2 is huge. A shocking 78% of people in these studies didn't train hard enough to trigger any muscle growth at all. Researchers tested this. They had people do their normal workouts and measured how close they actually got to failure. Almost 80% of them stopped their sets with 5 or more reps still left in the tank. Your muscles only grow when you push them beyond what they're used to. If you stop when it just starts to feel tough, you're not giving your body any reason to adapt. The studies show you need to train to 1 or 2 reps shy of failure. It's not total failure on every set that just kills your recovery, but close enough that those last couple of reps are a real struggle. Next, mistake number 3, sleep deprivation.
This one is brutal.
A 2021 study showed exactly what happens when you don't get enough sleep. Just one night of bad sleep slashed muscle protein synthesis by 18%. Testosterone dropped by 24%, and cortisol, the stress hormone that breaks down muscle, shot up by 21%. That's from a single bad night. Now think about how often you're getting just 5 or 6 hours. Your body is stuck in a state where it's breaking down more muscle than it's building. If you're not getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep, you're fighting a losing battle, no matter how perfect your workout is. Mistake number 4 is costing you double the muscle growth. It's all about something called loaded stretching. Recent studies found that exercises training a muscle in its stretched position build way more muscle than exercises that train it in the shortened position. We're talking massive differences. For example, overhead tricep extensions built 40% more muscle than pushdowns. Romanian deadlifts absolutely destroyed leg curls for hamstring growth. The pattern is consistent. Training the muscle when it's stretched under load can give you almost double the growth, but most people do it backwards. Pick exercises that feel good and give them a pump, but they're leaving half their potential gains on the table. And finally, mistake number 5, not applying progressive overload. This is the most basic, yet most ignored principle of muscle growth. Muscles only grow when they're forced to adapt to a stimulus they haven't seen before. That means every week you need to be lifting more weight, doing more reps, or adding more sets. But most people just walk into the gym and do the same weights, reps, and sets they did last month. They've been benching 135 for 3 sets of 10 for 6 months and wonder why their chest isn't growing. The stimulus has to increase, or the adaptation stops. Now that you know what to avoid, let me show you the workout. This isn't some random program. Every exercise, every set, every rep is based on research that shows what actually forces muscle growth in people who struggle. The first option is the 4-day upper-lower split. According to the research, this is the most efficient option. Studies show this gives you the perfect frequency and volume to maximize your results. Let's dive in. What if I told you that you could get about 85% of your maximum muscle gains while spending 30% less time in the gym compared to higher frequency programs? It's true. You'd get almost all the results with significantly less total training time. Here's exactly how it works.
You'll
be training 4 days per week, 2 upper body days, and 2 lower body days. Each muscle group gets hit twice a week with a total of 12 to 16 sets. And because you're only training half your body each session, you can really focus and bring high intensity to every single set. Let me walk you through what a week looks like. On Monday, we start with upper body A. Your first exercise is the flat barbell bench press for sets of 6 to 10 reps. This is your main pressing exercise for the chest. You'll rest about 2 to 3 minutes between sets because this is a heavy compound lift. You need full recovery to maintain your strength across all 4 sets. Next up, bent over barbell rows. Also 4 sets of 6 to 10 reps. This is your main horizontal pulling movement for your back. Same rest period, 2 to 3 minutes. We're pairing these 2 exercises because they work opposite muscle groups, so your chest is resting while you train your back. Then, you'll move on to the standing overhead press. You'll do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. This hits your shoulders and the upper portion of your chest. But we're reusing a slightly higher rep range here because shoulder joints tend to respond better to moderate loads. After that, it's lat pull downs for 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. This is your vertical pulling exercise to complement the horizontal rows you did earlier. Together, these 2 exercises will hit your entire back from multiple angles. Now here's where the loaded stretching comes in. You're going to do overhead tricep extensions for 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Remember the research we talked about? Overhead extensions can build 40% more long head tricep growth than pushdowns because the shoulder flexion puts the tricep in a stretched position under load. This is exactly what we want. Finally, you finish the workout with standing barbell curls, 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps for the biceps. That entire workout takes just 45 to 55 minutes. Tuesday is lower body A. You'll start with back squats, 4 sets of 6 to 10 reps. Make sure you're squatting deep, keeping your torso as upright as possible, and really loading those quads through their full range of motion. Next, Romanian deadlifts, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Pay close attention here. This is the perfect example of loaded stretching for your hamstrings. You're keeping a slight bend in your knees, and you should really feel that stretch at the bottom of every single rep. Then, we move to the leg press for 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. This adds more quad volume without the spinal loading of squats, so you can push harder without worrying about your lower back giving out first. After that, seated leg curls, 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. You're adding direct hamstring isolation here to complement those RDLs. You'll finish with standing calf raises. But here's the trick. You're only doing the bottom half of the movement, 4 sets of 12 to 20 reps, and you're pausing for 2 to 3 seconds in that stretched position at the bottom. Studies show these lengthened partials for calves can produce better growth than a full range of motion. Thursday is upper body B. We're hitting the same muscle groups but with different exercises. You'll start with an incline dumbbell press, 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. The incline angle puts your chest in a stretched position at the bottom, loaded stretching again. Plus, dumbbells let you get a deeper stretch than a barbell ever could. Next, weighted pull-ups, 4 sets of 6 to 10 reps. If you can't do pull-ups with added weight yet, just use a band for assistance or substitute with lat pull-downs. Then, it's one-arm dumbbell rows, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps per arm. This lets you focus on each side individually and get a massive stretch by really reaching forward at the bottom. After that, dumbbell lateral raises, 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps, focusing on that mind-muscle connection. For your arms, we'll do dumbbell preacher curls, 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. The preacher bench locks your upper arm in place, letting you get an incredible stretch on the bicep at the bottom. And we finish with close grip bench press, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. This is a powerful compound movement for your triceps and also hits your chest and shoulders. Finally, Friday is lower body B. You'll start with Bulgarian split squats, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps per leg. This is a brutal but incredibly effective exercise for your quads and glutes. Then, the glute ham raise, 3 sets to failure. If your gym doesn't have a GHR machine, you can substitute with Nordic hamstring curls or even stability ball leg curls. You'll do walking lunges, 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps per leg, and you'll finish the week off with seated calf raises. 4 sets of 12 to 20 reps, again, focusing on that 2 to 3 second pause in the stretched position. And that's it. A full 4-day split that maximizes muscle growth through smart programming and loaded stretching, all while saving you time. Alright, let's wrap up our 4-day upper-lower split. We left off on Friday, our second lower body day. ULL kick things off with either front squats or hack squats for 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Next up, leg extensions. Do 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps, but here's the key. Really emphasize the stretch. Start from a fully bent knee. Feel that intense tension on your quads at the bottom, and then extend. Then, we've got walking lunges for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps per leg. This is fantastic for correcting any strength imbalances between your legs. After that, it's lying leg curls for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. We re-adding a second hamstring exercise here to ensure you're re-getting enough total volume for serious growth. Finally, finish off with seated calf raises using lengthened partials. Do 4 sets of 15 to 20 reps. It's the same idea as the standing version, but you're working the bottom half of the movement. Pausing in that stretched position to really burn them out. And that's it. Complete for day split, where each workout is under an hour. Now for our second option, the 3-day full body split. This is perfect if you're just starting out, or if your schedule only allows for 3 gym days a week. You'll train on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, hitting every major muscle group in each session. This gives you about 10 to 12 total sets per muscle group for the week, which is right in that sweet spot, the minimum effective dose for growth. Here's a quick look at what Monday's workout involves. On Wednesday, ULL hit the same muscles, but with different exercises to stimulate them from new angles and keep the gains coming. Then on Friday, you finish the week strong with 1 more full body session, completing your weekly volume targets. Each of these workouts will take you about 50 to 60 minutes. But here's the most important part. You can follow this workout perfectly, train to failure, and get 9 hours of sleep a night. What if you are not eating enough? You will not build muscle. It's physiologically impossible. Your body needs energy to build new tissue, and that energy comes from food. Research is clear. You need to be in a caloric surplus to maximize muscle growth. So what does that actually mean? It means you need to eat 250 to 500 calories above your maintenance level every single day. Your maintenance is just the number of calories your body burns existing and moving around. For most men, this is somewhere between 2,000 and 2,800 calories, depending on your size and activity level. So if your maintenance is 2,500 calories, you need to eat between 2,750 and 3,000 calories a day to build muscle. Here's the quickest way to estimate yours. Take your body weight in pounds and multiply it by 15 if you're moderately active. That's your rough maintenance number. For example, if you weigh 180 pounds, that's 180 times 15, which equals 2,700 calories. If you're very active or have a physical job, multiply by 16 or 17. If you sit all day and barely move outside the gym, try multiplying by 14 instead. How do you know if you're getting it right? Should be gaining about 1/4 to 1/2 pound per week. That's 1 to 2 pounds per month. If you are not gaining weight, you are not eating enough. It is that simple. Just add another 200 calories to your daily intake and check your weight again in 2 weeks. Now, let's talk protein. Protein is literally the building block of muscle tissue. You cannot build muscle without enough of it. Studies analyzing thousands of people have found the optimal range is 1.62, 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. Let me make that simple for you. If you weigh 150 pounds, that's about 68 kilograms. You need between 110 and 135 grams of protein every single day. Spread that out over 3 to 5 meals, and you're looking at about 25 to 40 grams of protein per meal. Implement these workout and nutrition strategies, and you'll be well on your way to building the muscle you want. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.